trying not to scream, okay? Okay. But it's Christmas time. Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jasmine. It's nice to meet you. Now that I'm dressed in all red, I feel like I'm prepared for the holiday season. As you saw by the title of this video, we're gonna be going over 50 plus items to get your gym bay for this holiday. I'm gonna try not to slouch so much, but it's very hard in this chair. But we're just gonna get started with what I have here. Item number 1, get your girl a Yeti. Keep her hydrated. She'll have less headaches, okay? I have the 36 ounce bottle. I love this one because I don't have to fill it as much. It keeps all my stuff very hot or very cold. I don't really use it for the gym though. I have a shaker bottle for that. This will put you at 50 bucks even. If the person you're buying for is not a fan of Yeti and would prefer a Stanley, get her a Stanley with a handle. This one's smaller than my Yeti. It's 30 ounces. It costs just about the same though. It's like $40 to $50. I think they change the price depending on the color. And then you can customize it too. So if you wanna have, I think a special engraving, you could probably do that. But I'm not a huge fan of the fact that there's a straw. It's useful for things like iced coffee most likely, but it's not the most practical when you have to travel with it. I was bringing it to work for a short time when I lost my Yeti. And although you could pull the straw out and it twists so that the mechanism on top closes it, it still leaked in my bag. So just be careful if you're gonna go with this one, but they have a ton of cute colors. I love this yellow and blue, but they also had a couple teal ones, some light purple, very posh. If you don't want to grab a Stanley, you can always get a shaker bottle. Blender bottles are really great if you want to mix up your proteins, if you have electrolytes, if you want to put an iced coffee in there, hey, knock yourself out. The brand of shaker bottle doesn't really matter. Mine is from Blender Bottle. What I do like is that they have the measurements of water on the outside of the bottle, so it makes tracking a lot easier. If your person has a hard time tracking their water, this should make their lives a whole lot simpler. I usually like a smaller version for the gym, because lugging something like this around is a pain in the ass, okay? Something small for my electrolytes is perfect. Staying on par with things we consume, I would go ahead and get your girl some creatine. This is great for muscle recovery as well as muscle growth. It's also great for your brain. You could do the research, okay? It's the most studied supplement on the market, so don't skimp on this one, okay? I get the one from Nutricost. This one's pretty inexpensive compared to other creatines on the market. It's like $22 when it's not marked down, and then I think right now it's marked down for $18 on Amazon, so check it out. Next up, we have some pre-workout. I was not big on pre-workout until my lifting coach put me on it, and he put me on this specific brand. So this one's by TransLab, and it's their bulk. It does have some beta-alanine in it, so it will make you feel tingly. If whoever you're buying this for is not a fan of that tingly sensation, then probably go for one that doesn't have beta-alanine. But I recommend this one because I've been using this for almost a year now, and it's amazing. I always feel energized throughout my entire workout, and the flavors are pretty good. So this one is strawberry mango. I think I had a blueberry one before. Both of them, delicious. You can also find this one on Amazon or on their website for about 55 bucks. So not bad. Next up, we have Pro Mix. This protein powder is my go-to protein powder. It does have a slight taste, although I do buy unflavored, but it's not that noticeable, especially if you're putting it into things like smoothies that have very pungent, flavorful things like mango, strawberry, that sort of stuff. I always put this into my snack smoothie, so I mix it with mango and banana, and I can't taste a thing, but I get a solid amount of protein. And their ingredients list, unlike other protein powders out there, is very simple, easy to read, so you actually know what you're ingesting. It literally just says grass-fed whey protein isolate, and then less than 1% sunflower lecithin. I don't know how to read, okay? But that's it. That's literally it. 2 ingredients. They have a 2.5 pound bag and a 5 pound bag. One bag is about 100 bucks, so it is a little bit pricier, but I think it's worth it because the ingredients are very simple and safe. The smaller bag is $64, but they do have a lot of sales throughout the year. So if you want to wait on this, then I highly recommend that you do, because this protein and their other products are really solid. Speaking of other products, I also have Flow State by them. I like to drink this when I'm doing a lot of work on my computer and I need to get in the zone. I do feel like it helps me concentrate a little bit more than just sitting there and drinking regular water. Maybe it's a placebo, I don't know, okay? But I do love taking these on a semi-regular basis. They do come in these little pouches, so they're easy to throw in your lunchbox and pop in your water, in your Yeti, and go to town. This one is a little bit pricey. It's $48 and you only get 14 servings, but it's still a great product. Good to have on your list. I was taking this for a little bit, so this is their grass-fed New Zealand bovine liver. It's supposed to help with your digestive tract, and for women it does end up helping with things like hormonal imbalances. So if you're struggling with that, I would also recommend taking these. This is $38, but when they have their sale, it's about $25. So not awful. I absolutely love their collagen in their dark forest cherry flavor. They also come in the little pouches just like the Flow State. I don't have any with me because I'm all out. Collagen is great for things like skin elasticity and hydration. They also support joint and bone health and all that fun stuff. If you weren't aware, collagen production in women starts to decrease, I think in like your mid to late 20s, early 30s. And then it drops about 1% every year after that. So by 40, girlfriend, your collagen production's almost shot. Joking. But it does help to take a collagen supplement because of this. So that's why I recommend the product. My nails are so brittle. I feel like no vitamin has ever helped me. And the same goes for this one in particular. If you have any recommendations, please let me know. But I would highly recommend taking a hair, skin, nails vitamin in general to help promote growth. These bad boys, I don't know. I feel like nothing really works for me, but hey. I've seen amazing results online if you can find the supplement that works for you. So these are essential amino acids. I take these as soon as I get home from the gym. The ones from Nutricost are also pretty inexpensive. I think this bottle runs about $20. You can get it on sale for $15. My coach also has me taking L-glutamine. Glutamine helps protect your body from infections. So I think that's why my coach gave it to me. As we're moving into the colder months, I'm like, I gotta restock. Paired with my EAAs, paired with my protein, paired with my creatine. It's a good supplement to have. I like the blue raspberry flavor, very tasty. This is about $25, so it's not breaking the bank. Moving away from edible things, we have things for the gym. Wrist straps are an absolute essential for the gym. I've had these things since 2017 and they're still in great shape. I got these for like $15. If they're on sale, they're usually on sale for around $12. If you want to get them from a really fancy schmancy place, knock yourself out, but you really don't need to. If you're unfamiliar with what these do, they help you with their grip strength. So you wrap it like this, you create a loop and then put it around your wrist, pull tight, and then it should sit like this on your hand. It's useful for picking up things like dumbbells and barbells if you have a hard time keeping your grip for a long period of time. I use these damn near every day. And not just for barbells and dumbbells, I do use them for things like lat pull downs if I'm going really heavy and want to focus more on my form and mind to muscle connection instead of my grip strength. I wouldn't always rely on these though. You should work on having a good grip strength and forearm strength, but definitely pick these up for someone if they're in need. They will thank you for it. I'm telling you. For more gym support, we have wrist wraps. I got these for about $20. And I say these, but I only have one in my hand. I don't know where my other one went. These are great for wrist support. I only bought these this year. In the past, I would borrow them from a friend if I really needed them, but for the most part, I worked on having stronger wrists before using something like this. And I only use these because I got into powerlifting and my coach wanted me to be safe. You wrap it around your wrist like that and secure it with the Velcro, and then you're good to go. It kind of restricts your range of motion and adds a little bit more support on the back end. Besides benching, I'll use these for things like skull crushers. That's a tricky movement where my wrist can really snap back. So I do like to use these. But again, these are for support. Do not rely on these all the time because then you're gonna have weak wrists. You don't want that in the gym, okay? Next up, we have knee sleeves. Your average gym goer does not need these, okay? Again, this is something I only got recently because I'm into powerlifting. But if your girlfriend, your boyfriend is getting into powerlifting or they just want to try them, for sure swipe them. Just don't forget to get them in a pair. I think I got these for around $75. You can find them for around $50 to $55 depending on the brand. In case you're wondering, they are not one size fits all, so you have to figure out the circumference of your quad and calf, I believe, when you take your measurements. I got a size medium, but they have an extra, extra small and an extra, extra large. If you're looking for more back support, I would definitely recommend getting yourself a lifting belt. The range for these is crazy, okay? I have one that is very basic. I've had a few trainers tell me that my belt is trash, but a lot of newbies get this for their first belt and it works just fine. This one's the dark iron belt. It's around $70. If there's a sale going on, you can get it for as low as $40. I use this all the time when I'm doing squats and when I'm doing RDLs because my squats and RDLs get pretty damn heavy, okay? So at some point you are going to need a belt if you're lifting extremely heavy, and it helps you brace and it helps with the prevention of back injuries. So one piece of equipment that I don't have on me right now, that's sitting in the trunk of my car, is my deadlift jack. And I love that thing to death, okay? If your gym does not have a jack for deadlifts, I highly recommend getting yourself one because it will save you time and effort. And when you're in the gym, those two things are hot commodities, okay? The one I got is specifically the RipFit jack. It can unload up to 600 pounds, okay? It might sound like it's unnecessary, but I swear it's one of my favorite purchases this year. And if someone that you know is getting into deadlifting, they're going to absolutely love it. Liquid chalk is fantastic when you're in the gym and you don't want to make a mess. You can usually find these for packs of 3 to 5. I get a 5-pack every single time because I run through this relatively quickly. So it comes out almost like lotion. You rub it on your hands, and then when it dries solid. That'll help you grip the barbell a lot better. If you're doing something like squats and your back is a little bit slick, you can put it on your shoulders or up here on your traps, and it'll keep the bar in place. I also use it for benching because when my back gets wet, I'm slipping and sliding. And that's no fun when you're trying to lift. A single bottle is around $6, but if you buy in bulk, it's upwards of $50 because you're getting about 8. As someone who is trying to take lifting more seriously, I absolutely loved having a fit log. With your fit log, you can set goals at the very beginning of the book. And then as you get into the book, you can record things like your exercise, the amount of sets that you did, types of exercises, cardio if you did cardio, and then additional notes at the bottom. You can also log your water and rate your workout. Now, this one is a pretty simple one. I think it was around $15, but you can find ones that are a little bit more complex, a little bit more robust. If you're a newbie lifter, you don't need more robust though. You need very simple, very basic, easy to understand, so that you're more focused on filling out the workouts than you are playing around with the other stuff. Next up, we have yoga blocks. I bought these to help me with stretching, and when I was trying to get into calisthenics a little bit, I also use these a lot for my shoulder recovery when I had to do certain motions that required stabilization at my elbow and at my wrist. If your boyfriend or girlfriend is really into yoga or would like to get into it, definitely snag these. They're often overlooked, but incredibly beneficial. They're also only like $20. If you want to make the yoga thing a set, you can get them the blocks and a mat. Mats can literally run anywhere from $25 to $150. I think I only got mine for $25 because I wasn't looking to spend that much. So if you want to do $25 for this, $25 for the blocks, it would be cute. You can even get ones that match to make it a real set. I like to use this at home sometimes after I'm done at the gym to kind of stretch out, relax, have a meditation moment. So if your person is into that, this could be a good gift for them. If you're newer to the gym, I would recommend getting yourself a barbell pad. This one isn't too thick, but they do make them thicker. This would be great if you're doing things like squats and you need that extra support on the back of your neck. Go for one that's thicker if you're looking to do things like hip thrusts, because doing hip thrusts without a barbell pad, you will end up bruised. So look for a really thick one. These are only about $25 as well. To make sure you get all your knots out, you can also use a foam roller. This one right here, I bought for $15. It's literally just a thick piece of foam. You can even find it marked down for $12. It's great for rolling out your back and your legs after a pretty intense workout. Ones with the ridges really dig in. So if you're kind of like me and you don't like being in pain, then get one that's nice and smooth. If you need more of a deep tissue massage, if you want to call it that, you can get one with the ridges. Those will probably run you about $30 to $60. Moving into sneakers, and I'm kind of a shoe addict. I try not to buy too many, but I can't help myself. My favorite shoe purchase this year has been these puppies. These are the New Balance 1906Rs. These are by far one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever owned, and I wear them every single day. I wear them for walking, running, lifting, all of it. The design to me is really cute. So if you're looking to get your partner some new shoes, I would highly recommend these. I'm actually gonna go order myself another pair right now, or when this video is over. They cost about $155, and to me that's not bad for a good running or walking shoe. These are the Nike Romaleos 4. Hopefully I'm saying that right. They're $200. So obviously this isn't your normal running shoe. These are specifically for lifters. I wear these every single time I squat. They have a wedge at the back for optimal performance. No, but seriously, these are a great investment. For a long time, I was using wedges at the gym because I couldn't afford these shoes. But now that I have these, oh my God, makes my life so much easier. To complete your gym shoe collection, you can get yourself some deadlift shoes. People at the gym make fun of me for how many shoe changes I make, but they make these shoes for a reason, okay? These are super flat, so you can feel the ground. They give me enough space to dig my feet in when I'm doing pull motions or push motions, because I will swap out my running sneakers for something more flat if I'm using the leg press. These are from Notorious. These are their Sumo Sole Gen 3s. They're $70. You can get them on sale for around $45. If you want ones that are a little bit cheaper and that have a little bit more structure, that fit more like a shoe, I would say these fit more like a sock, you can try their Lifters Gen 2X. Those are also cheaper. They're $49.99. So if you have a $50 cap, those would be perfect. Moving on to tech, we have Beats. I can't remember which Beats these are, but it's the ones that go in the ear. I cannot do over the ear headphones, and if you're buying for someone who also can't stand those, I would recommend these. Just pop them in the case, and it charges. I probably only charge this once every other week. It holds battery really well. These never fall out of my ears, literally ever. If you want to get a good step tracker, sleep tracker, I'd recommend the Fitbit Inspire 3. I've had this for a few years now. This retails for $100, but if you get it on sale, I think you can find it for around 70 or less sometimes. I mainly got this to track my steps, and I think it does a pretty good job at doing that. It also tracks your sleep, and I was tracking my sleep with it for a while, but I think there are better alternatives out there these days, like this ring. This is the Ultra Human ring. I've done a full-blown review on the Ultra Human ring, so if you want to go check that out, use a link above. This is probably the priciest item I will tell you to buy today, okay? It's $550. On sale, you can get it around $350. I know that sounds like a lot. So this is definitely one of those items that you're gonna splurge on. But I do think it is a really good alternative to the Oura Ring. The app does not charge you more for additional stats like your sleep, your caffeine intake, your period tracking, none of that. This is something else that will cost you over $300. And it's the Omnilux Contour Mask. I think I spent full price on this, which is around $400, but you can find it on sale for about $320. If someone in your life is worried about fine lines and wrinkles, high key, order this. It promotes healthier skin and it's non-invasive. If you're worried about something like needling, this is pain-free. It can be a little bit uncomfortable on the eyes, so I do recommend sitting there with your eyes closed or getting some sort of eye protection. But yeah, this has been a very expensive but beneficial purchase of this year. I think your girlfriend or boyfriend, honestly, would love it because skincare is for everyone, okay? Not just women. If you're looking to play some jams, I would recommend this portable speaker. I got this about 2-3 years ago. It's only 30 bucks retail. I don't know what else to say. I'm not much of a tech person. It's loud enough for me. I've taken it to the beach plenty of times and it has survived, so. If you're struggling with sore muscles and tightness, I would recommend getting yourself a massage gun. I got this for free. I will put that out there. I did a whole review if you want to check that out. The link will be up here. But this one specifically is from Bob and Brad. It comes with multiple attachments for all of your massage needs. I personally like using the flathead because I hate being in pain and a little attachment like this hurts. If I want something that's a little bit hotter, then I will use this one. It's a thermal attachment, so you can do hot or cold. This will run you about $110. They do have sales throughout the year, so you could probably find it for like 70 bucks, which again, isn't bad for a massage gun. And it has lasted me the whole year. I haven't had a single issue with it, nor have I had to charge it a lot. If the person you're dating is into creating content, get them an external hard drive. This one is from Lacey. I've tried Seagate a few times. Unfortunately, it got corrupted and I just couldn't deal, so I tried this one, and this has worked wonders. I haven't had a single problem. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. An external hard drive is really important when you're creating content, so pick one up for your girlfriend, your boyfriend. They'll love you more for it. This is about 100 bucks for 2 terabytes. You should also get them some SD cards, because if they're serious about content, they will be filming everything and anything, and they're going to need that storage space, I'm telling you. Price varies depending on how much storage space it has, so it can run you like 30 bucks upwards of 100. When it comes to camera equipment, I would recommend the Sony ZV-E10. That's what I'm using to film this video right now, and I had the camera that came before it, but I don't really recommend that one, the Sony ZV-1. That one, the lens you're not able to replace, and it overheats way more than this one. And this one also does overheat kind of often, but not as bad. Brand new, it's about $900. On sale, it's closer to $800, which I think is great as a starter camera. And plus you can switch out the lenses, which is a major win. So you can buy lenses brand new or on Facebook. You can find some really good lenses on Facebook and it'll upgrade the camera. And then obviously to set your camera up, you're gonna need a tripod. So definitely add a tripod to the list, okay? They don't have to be anything special. Just make sure that they're sturdy enough to hold the camera that you're using. So for one that I use for my phone, it's pretty lightweight. One that I'm using for a pretty hefty camera, I'm going to need a sturdier one because you don't want a $3,000 camera falling on the floor because you breeze past it. If you don't want to get them a vlogging camera like this, you could get them the Osmo DJI-3. I think I screwed that up. Is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. There you go. That one is such a small, compact camera. It's great for vlogging and it captures absolutely everything. And it's amazing how technology has advanced because the camera is literally like this big. So it won't take up a lot of space. I would recommend that for traveling. Or if you want to be inconspicuous in the gym, then definitely grab that. So you don't lose everything, you can also think about getting some air tags. I like to keep an air tag in my backpack because I have a bad habit of putting my backpack down and then I lose it, which isn't good because all my stuff goes in my backpack. If you don't want to put it in your full-blown backpack, you could put it in your camera bag. That way you always know where your stuff is. While they're editing away, they might like some blue light glasses. It'll help with protecting their eyes from the screen. I use them for work because I do work a desk job, so I'm staring at a laptop for 7 to 9 hours at a time, and that could be very taxing. So I would highly recommend adding some blue light glasses to the list. Depending on where you get them from, they could be 35 bucks or 60. I got them like 6 years ago, so I don't know what the market looks like right now for blue light glasses. Hopefully the options that they have are more aesthetically pleasing. Mine are kind of basic. Get them something cute. This one might seem like a weird one, but a Dyson vacuum is so nice to get on Christmas. I mean, it's nice to get before Christmas, but as a Christmas gift, getting nice cleaning supplies has always been exciting to me. I don't know why, but a nice vacuum is worth the cost, okay? You don't have to go over a single spot too many times. It's not gonna die on you after a year. And they're pretty lightweight, especially compared to the older vacuums. I'm very happy with mine. I use it every other day because I like to keep my place tidy and I haven't had a single issue with it. To make sure you're getting good sleep, I would recommend an eye mask. This one is a pretty cheapy one. I really want to get one that's nicer, maybe one that's a little bit fuzzy. I got this from a Fever event. I think it was the Dining in the Dark experience. Obviously get your person one that is better quality. I saw one at Ulta Beauty. It was a drowsy silk one. That looked really, really nice. It also looked really big so that it would keep all light out. I'd probably say go with that one. About $80 though, so it's kind of expensive. One that's a little bit cheaper, I saw it's from Blissy. It has good reviews and it's only $40, so it's half the price. To make sure you're smelling good in the gym, I have 2 perfumes that I absolutely love, and I think any girl would love this as a gift. This one's by Burberry, so this is her Eau de Parfum. Eau de Parfum. Eau de Perfume, if you want to call it that. Every single time I wear this to the gym, people ask me if I'm wearing Baccarat Rouge. And I'm pretty sure Baccarat Rouge is a $500 perfume. So no, I'm not wearing Baccarat Rouge. This one is only $100 or 112 if you want to get specific. The other one that I wear damn near every day is the one by Versace. This one's Eros Parfum, or you want to say Eros Parfum, the American way. I have the 1 ounce and the 3.4 ounce. I think the 1 ounce, this one's a 1 ounce that I got for traveling, and I accidentally was using it all the time for day to day. Now there's nothing left for when I travel. It's $75. The larger one I also have, which is the 3.4 ounce bottle, is $130. So if you want to just test it out, see if they like it, they have a more inexpensive option at 74 bucks, and it does last a very long time. I've had this one here for 2 years and I just ran out. And like I said, I was using it almost every day in conjunction with the Burberry one. Last but not least, we have clothing. The top I'm wearing right here is by Honor Active. This is their soft motion tank top. This has an inlaid bra, and I wish I had more of these, but they are kind of expensive. I think it retails for $54, which seems pretty steep for a tank top, but I think the quality is pretty good. I've worn this several times and I haven't had any issues when it comes to spilling, pillage, anything like that. It's very flattering on your girls. So if you want to get this as a set, I would pair it without a doubt with the straight leg soft motion pants. I have them in almost every single color. I'm literally wearing them right now. I can't get enough of these. I've bought them in as many colors as I possibly could, okay? And these aren't even all of them. The leggings are on the pricier side, so they're $68. But if you can save your money up for Black Friday, they are marked down to closer to 40 something, I believe. So you can get a ton of them without breaking the bank. And your girlfriend would probably cry. You do have to be quick on their website though, because a lot of things do sell out fast, especially the soft motion straight legs and their flares. Right now, I'm having a little bit of a battle between which I like more. Is it the straight legs or the flares? If they're sold out in the soft motion and you want something that's more durable for working out, I would go with the unified flared leggings. Those are also so freaking cute. They have a wrap waistband, which I'm not a huge fan of, but in these, they're very structured, so it doesn't roll too much, and that was my #1 gripe with wrapped waistbands. So for a complete set, you're looking at around 130 bucks, which I don't think is too bad. Since the weather outside is cold, it'll be a smart move to get some sweatpants. These are the Honor Active Straight Leg Foundation sweatpants. I've had these for, I think, a year now. I love these, they keep me very warm. So I had to get them in their cuffed version. I will say be careful when you put these in the dryer, if you're gonna put them in the dryer, because they do shrink a lot. These used to be long on me, now they're short. But these sweatpants are around 60 bucks. They do have sales throughout the year, so you can snag them for around 40, which I don't think is too bad for a pair of sweatpants, especially for ones that are pretty thick and warm. If your girl's a runner and likes jackets, I'd recommend the unified jacket or the timeless one. The timeless one doesn't have an open back like the unified, but it is pretty form-fitting. It kind of looks like a Lululemon jacket, and the price point is pretty good. If your girl needs a full coverage bra because she has big tatas, then I'd recommend the soft motion bra as well. This one's a full coverage one. It has a basic racer back, but if you want one that's a little bit cuter, there's a high neck version that has an open back. Absolutely love, extremely comfortable, doesn't hurt the traps, and the price point's pretty good when you find it on sale. And even if it isn't on sale, I think it's around 50 something dollars, which isn't too bad for a sports bra. I lied. The high neck sports bra is actually 48 bucks, which I think is really freaking good. Since I chopped all my hair off, I can feel the wind on my neck now and on my ears. My natural ear warmers are gone. So because of that, I would recommend getting some sort of wool or cashmere hat as a Christmas gift. One place that I like to shop and my sister loves to shop is Quince. I've done a review for them before. I think for some summer clothes, if you want to check that out, knock yourself out, use the link above. They sell cashmere at a very affordable price. I was looking on their website and they had a cashmere hat for only 35 bucks. So I'm thinking of snagging that one for myself. It mostly comes in neutrals, but there are a few pops of colors that could be cute, like a red or a pink. And obviously a hat is unisex, so if you want to get it for your boy toy, you could do that too. That concludes today's video. I hope some of these things were helpful. I'm big on buying gifts that aren't just knickknacks, that are actually useful in my day-to-day life. So I ransacked my entire apartment to go through all the things that could be helpful for you. I'm trying to think back as somebody who was just getting into the gym. I'd probably find half of what I mentioned helpful. If I missed anything, drop it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. If you have any questions about what I mentioned today, drop them down below and I will get back to you. I am gonna try to create some sort of shop for all the things I mentioned today. Hopefully I can list them all. If not, they'll be in the description below and you can check them out there. But yeah, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. My Instagram is probably the most up to date, at least my stories. I blab a lot on TikTok, so if you want to chat with me there, feel free. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you can continue seeing my face. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Happy holidays.